I did a poll on the community tab and it was voted for the following video to be around a random FOB class generator. I created a very shitty generator using Python a week before the poll that can generate random stats plus stats not in the game that should be in the game, like flying speed. Inspired by these videos, I decided to make a tier list around random class stats, so I generated 13 and created a tier list. Number 1 has plus 36% damage, plus 12% projectile resistance, and plus 5 mana regen bonus when mana is above 13%. The percent behind the plus 5 isn't supposed to be there. This seems like a great class with lots of mana and high damage, but it also has a minus 89% armor penalty, which makes this the best class for people without armor, but situational for people with armor. And considering most players above level 10 have armor, this isn't good. I will put this in the way too situational tier. Number 2 has plus 21% axe damage when near the general, which doesn't matter, plus 92% damage while flying, total immunity to explosion damage, and plus 29% gold on gain. The downsides are minus 2 health regen bonus and minus 32% exp on gain. These stats will barely affect gameplay. The only real changes are less regen, overpowered damage while using a bow and flying, because why would you use a sword, extra armor against hammer users, and more gold than exp. All of these are extremely situational, but since there are 4 of them, the class is fine. Number 3 looks way too good. You have more max mana, 4 extra mana regen, while mana is below 53%, which will happen a lot, a lower axe cooldown, complete immunity to damage while flying, and a 14% chance to become an admin every minute. There is no downside. The top 2 stats by themselves make this broken. I put it in the overpowered tier. Number 4 is pure trash. The upsides are very small and don't matter, while the downsides are huge, and there is a minus 91% armor reduction for each player nearby, so in a public server you will either have no armor or be in the negatives. There is also more sword cooldown, more bow spread, and less hammer damage, but at least you have extra max mana and do slightly more sword damage when near the general, which won't matter because you will die from the hit of a breeze, but there is at least an upside, so it is only trash tier. Number 5 is the exact opposite of 4. You do a total of plus 124% extra melee damage. No other stats really matter, because this with a sword or hammer would likely obliterate anything killable. Overpowered tier. Number 6 has no upside. The hammer can swing faster, but the damage makes hammers useless, and you can lower the chance of a demon boss, which would likely only be used for trolling. I would probably switch to this after the general dies to troll. This goes in the why would I use this tier. Number 7 just has a bunch of upsides and a bunch of downsides of equal power, as in nothing except for the health regen upside, and the sword damage downside actually matters. This is fine. Number 8 is technically good, but I would never use this. It gives plus 59% melee damage, minus 90% bow spread, and minus 15% bow cooldown for 2 downsides. One doesn't matter, but the second one is minus 36% exp and gold on the gain, which is why I would never use it. If you're trying to have fun, then this class is great, but if you're trying to progress, this is a waste of money. It would be great, but due to the progression penalty, I put it in the good tier. Number 9 seemed so good at first. Sure, it had insanely high sword and bow cooldown, but plus 54% axe damage, plus 37% flying speed, and even plus 63% sword damage, which kinda stops the sword cooldown penalty. But at the bottom, there are 2 evil stats. Minus 63% walk speed and minus 86% armor for each player nearby. Fuck. Bad tier. Number 10 is the new best, even though it has 5 downsides versus 2 upsides, including a minus 58% melee damage, which is huge, but 2 upsides save it. Plus 63% strength score for the team, and that you can't die, so you can't even switch classes technically without leaving. Your team wins if somebody has this class, because somebody playing as it can either block everything as a damage sponge, Give your team a strength score of 6 trillion or just kill the general by itself. Nothing can stop it. This goes in the overpowered tier. Number 11 has upsides so small that they basically don't exist. It has fire immunity, bow velocity, and a very shit backstab with the downsides of minus 83% max mana, minus 51% armor, minus 2 health regen, and minus 20% exp and gold on gain. There are upsides but they don't fucking matter. Why would anybody ever use this tier? Number 12 does less damage when near the general but has extra health regen, a faster swimming speed, and immunity to damage while flying. The swimming upside and only downside don't matter, but extra health regen is nice, and being invincible while flying is great for chipping the general with arrows and killing archers and mages. This belongs in the great tier. Number 13 must be the best as it will end this video. Why would anybody ever use this when they can play a class that actually adds something? Anyway, this is my tier list of stuff that a number generator made up. Hope you had a terrible time, because I did while making this video. Shit generator in the description and you can also steal it, even though it is the most basic stuff ever that even a games journalist could probably do.